The hexagonal prism resting on HP on its base, two edges of the base parallel to VP. So our hexagonal prism resting on HP plane on its an axis perpendicular to H. Our first is the true shape of the solid on top view. So we first draw our hexagonal on HP as a plan. So first we take the center, then create our light circle for hexagonal plane. Now I mark the light axis line Now your hexagonal plate, it is resting on its corner. That's for this point as a center. We draw the arc on both sides. Its opposite points, it is become center. The arc on both sides. Now here, this is our corner A, the plate on HP. This is my corner B. This is C, D, E and F. So I join all the vertex of the hexagonal with a straight line with a full line, because the top view of the base, it is fully visible. So D to E, the edge of the base D to E, edge of the base E to F, and F to E. Similarly, we can mark the top base. In prism always there is a two base, lower base. So here we show the plan of top base. 3, 4, 5 and 6. Now we draw the vertical projection for our elevation. So the lower base of the prism on HP. So first we project on HP. So first we project our lower base on XY line. We collect all the vertical projection from lower base corner. Now we can show our elevation of lower base with a dark line on XY line. So I mark this my A dash, it is our B dash, this is our C dash, It is our D dash, E dash, F dash. Now height of the solid, it is given 60 mm. 60 mm. So we mark the 60 mm heights. This is our hexagonal prism. So the elevation always rectangle. Now we can show the elevation of vertical edge of rectangular face. And we project our axis. Now the top base, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in our plan. So in elevation, we show as a 1 dash, 2 dash, 3 dash, 4 dash, 5 dash, 6 dash. Now you apply the method when you write your points at the below of the, that is a points, it is away from observer and nearer to VP plane. Now the second stage of the problem is, say the solid is cut by auxiliary inclined plane perpendicular to VP and inclined to HP by 45 degree and passing through a point of axis 40 mm above the base. So for that, first we mark our points on axis, 40 mm from the lower base, from the HP. Then our cutting plane, it is inclined to HP and perpendicular to VP 45 degree and passing from the point 40 mm above the axis, above the HP 40 mm on axis. Now the second stage of the problem is, say this hexagonal prism is cut by AIP perpendicular to VP and inclined to HP by 60, passing through a point of axis 40 mm above the base. So for that, we first mark the 40 mm points on our axis from the lower base, and from these points we take the 60 degree inclination 60-degree inclination line by help of the drafter. Either you can choose your protractor. Now you can draw the line passing from the point so always we show our AIP using the section line. Now here we mark the points. So before going to mark the points, we understand on 3D figures. Your A dash 1 dash, it is going to cut vertical edge of rectangular first, my P point. Then B2 nearer to the observer. So the B dash 2 dash, it is cut here as a Q point. Let we mark the Q dash. Then Q dash, it is here on 3D projection. Then your vertical edge, it is not cutting here. What is cutting? The upper base of upper base, it is going to cut. The side 2, 3, 5, 6, it is going to cut. So I mark the PQ R dash, and for 5, 6 S dash. So we can show here on 2, 3. So suppose this is my point and one point cutting, it is here. So it is our R and this is our S. On a nearer to VP plane, so our vertical face, the edge F dash 6 dash, it is going to mark the T dash. So it is a T dash, T point. Now you join your PQ, QR, RS. Now you join your PQ, QR, RS, ST and TP, and remove these parts. So you have the section. This area where the inside material, it is going to cut, and that red zone with a section line, it is called as a section of solid. So this is our section area. So in our last statement of the problem, he say what is your true shape of the section, what is your apparent shape. When you observe the solid from top view and collect the perpendicular projection PQRST, that is called as a apparent shape. Objects perpendicular to the cutting plane, collect your vertical projection, then you bound your points, whichever view you can get here, true shape of section. So for that, we take the parallel line to our AIP cutting plane. So I draw the one light line which is parallel to my AIP, auxiliary inclined cutting plane. New points PQRST, I draw the perpendicular line to our line which is parallel to the AIP, and you can create all the line with a light. Similarly, you are transfer all the new cutting points on your top view. So now you observe here, you are view the point P from the top orientation, from the top view. The projection of point P, it is appear at a same place of. So I can show the plan point P at A. Similarly, here the vertical edge of the face it is going to cut. So your Q points, the plan of Q points, it is appear at B. So I mark the Q point. Now this is our upper base edge 2, 3. So for that we collect the projection from RNS and we mark here, it is our R point, and here it is your S point. Now for T points, it is again on vertical edge. So the plan of T, it is appear on F points. So I mark the T points. So now understand here, line it is going to AIP, the previous plan point generating points, both points plans in place. So now I join first this our SNR, then PQ, QR, ST and TP. At 45 degree, I can show the sectional in our plan, and distance between two section line always nearer to 2 mm, 3 mm, and all are the uniform line. Your section line must be inclined to x5 degree, and distance between two section line 2 to 3 mm. So this is our apparent shape. Why I am calling this apparent shape? When I observe the solid from top view and I collect the vertical projection, so the area which is bounded by the points, it is a not true area. That's why we call as a apparent shape. Now you have the one key point here. You cut your solid through AIP, auxiliary inclined plane, top view, it is apparent shape. Now for actual top view, first I shifted this all the on our reference line. This is my P1. It is Q1, T1. So just it is a notation. R1, S1. Now where is our apparent shape? S1. Now where is our apparent shape? My apparent shape, it is on plan, top view. So I measure the vertical distance to P points. Collecting this radius, this new P1 point, it is become your center. You can draw the arc. Similarly, you can go for Q. You collect the vertical distance from XY to Q. Your Q dash, it is center. You can draw the arc. Similarly, same distance from XY to R points. Vertical distance, the R1 is a center. I draw the arc. Now the vertical distance from XY to S point. S1, it is a center. I draw the arc. Center. I draw the arc. Now keeping T1, it is a center. I draw the arc. Now first off we mark our points. So this is our plan for P1, P1 prime. This is our Q1 dash. It is our R1 dash. This is our S1 dash. And this is our T1 dash. Now I join all the points with a straight line because of our solid, it is hexagonal. So the prism always can be joined with a straight line. Or P1 dash, Q1 dash, then you join your Q1 dash, R1 dash, S1 dash, R1 dash. This is our true shape of section. When you observe the solid perpendicular to plane, always you can get the true shape. How to show the section line? 5-degree angle with XY line and draw the section line in your true shape. And remember, all section line distance are 2 to 3 mm. It must be inclined to XY line 45 degree, where I can write the true shape of section. Now the section on side view. So for that, first we draw the line perpendicular line. Now always we know the side view, it is in our profile plane. So I make the one x1 y1 line, and the xy line and x1 y1 line, that intersection points, I draw the 45 degree projection line by help of the protractor and scale. Then you can transfer points from the apparent shape and the point which is living on your elevation. So first I take the projection from Q and R, then the projection from P, projection for S and T. It is cut our inclination line. From this we have transfer on vertical origin. So this is all the projection line. You have to draw with light. Similarly, you can collect your projection from elevation, the point which is living on plane. So here we mark the point. This is my P dash, this is a P. So this is our side view point P1 dash. So this is our side view point P1 dash. This is our Q and R. So this is our Q1 dash. It is our R1 dash. Now this is your S and T. You can mark the T point, T1 dash and S1 dash. Here I am showing the only cutting area, not entire side view of the previous solid. So what I do, I just join all the points with a straight line. And this is also your side view section. Section on side view. Similarly here you can show with your section line. There is a two way for construction of this side view. First you can draw your original side view, then you can mark your new generation points. You can simply collect the projection from your apparent shapes and from your elevation.